Now I am going to ask you both, as I hand over to you, who you're expecting to take this. Dazrin, starting with you. Nice and quick. Go. Envy, Johnny, go.
I got Rogue, buddy.
Okay, go, wait.
Okay, that was the fastest toss I think I've seen in a while. That was speedy. But the game is set, Johnny boy, as Rogue and Envy are fighting to make their way into the losers final here. There are no second chances between these two in the bracket. You either win or you go home. And we're actually a split decision here between us.
Yeah, it's a close one. It's definitely a close one. They both take their previous rounds 3-1. But Envy have had a longer day, starting off in the upper bracket. Rogue are currently just 1-0 on the day, and they have eliminated Space Station Gaming, which is a more impressive feat than eliminating Plot Twist, although Plot Twist have had a good tournament for themselves also.
Great point being made. I feel like if Shogun didn't put me on the spot, I might have even changed my prediction. But it's
he
too
really
late
did
with that.
put you on the spot there. I think he just didn't want to be left hanging, because a few times during the throw, if we've had like a predictions request throw, and the casters have just ignored it and said, actually, not going to bother giving our predictions, and now the host is gone, so he can't even follow up on that question. But yeah, Shogun didn't give us that option. He really forced it through.
Unbelievable. He's just trying to throw me off. But we're back as we are into the game here. Game number one still ticking. Both teams in a feel-out process. Envy, again, really trying to get things on the right foot here. I do agree with your point. Rogue have had a better day, or at least a more competitive day, if you think about it. Plot Twist versus Space Station Gaming in a head-to-head matchup. You're probably feeling a lot better coming into the series after the win against Space Station in for it.
Certainly, you know, the second time as well this tournament the Rogue have beaten Space Station, sending them to the lower bracket in the group stage, and now eliminating them entirely. So a pretty good result for Rogue there. Obviously they've lost to the two teams who are in that winners final, NRG and Omelette, who have also taken down Envy. So both these teams have been clearly the next best in this tournament, only losing so far to the teams who are in that winners final.
And again, we just see how these two teams mesh up in play style. We have Turbo Pulsar towards Atomic, and Atomic will try to put a shot on. We have seen so far in this game just a lot of quick shots, but nothing, the shot, the actual power behind the ball, I should say, hasn't been that fast, as the defense has had some pretty easy clears, as again, 2 minutes into this one, still teams feeling things out.
Yeah, Envy had this kind of playstyle yesterday. Oh, Turintero just missed the ball as it came across awkwardly. Kronovi's got a free hit, and he puts it in off the bar, or does he? It's on the line for first killer. A miss by an Envy defender, just lets the ball hang there. I thought Kronovi had scored that.
Yeah, and I also thought Atomic would have been able to get the save as well. The shot from Kronovi was great. Atomic went up for it, but even when he had space to make a solid clear, he wave dashed just a little too late and went straight under the ball, giving the net open for first killer. So not the best situation you want to be put in early, but I guess making the mistakes now opposed to later is great. You can follow it up. Miss does just that, and Envy can equalize it.
Yeah, really good aerial play by Atomic in the setup. He was the fastest to the punch in that position. Left it wide open for Mist. And that kind of speed is something you don't expect to be a huge difference maker in a matchup like this, because Rogue have been playing at blistering pace as well. Oh, I think first killer may have taken a double touch away from Kronovi there. Nice save by Turbo, as he was under threat. The communication for Rogue and Envy defensively is something that they could both improve on. And you know, that's been a real theme for this tournament, is just defensive communication. It's such a hard thing to get right.
Both teams have been scrambling on defense. Again, we saw the same. We saw Atomic panic when that first goal was scored. So as things start to settle down in the midfield. Communication, a big deal here. Here's Mist taking his time, and he'll play the challenge. Go straight to Turbo, but he'll have to give that one away. The ball just touches past him. First killer will play this one through. Kronovi with the off-speed shot, but it's still not enough, as the Envy defense will take this one down. So here's Miss, the touch over, follow-up chance, no, Kronovi clears it away.
Love that play by Miss though, confidence to just start the air dribble from the ground. Goes straight over first killer. Envy definitely fearless in the face of some highly mechanical players. And the last time that I saw these two play, well, last time I saw Atomic and Mist against Rogue, they did look extremely good in that matchup. But with Turbo, you know, it's been a mixed bag of results in the Summer Shuffle so far. You know, looking good at times and then very harmless at other times.
A minute left. Things equalized here. And here's Turbo Pulsar putting on a shot. It'll be a save from Turinturo. And Turin, so far, most points here for Rogue as well. He'll get a shot on target. He's been doing an excellent job individually with being able to move the ball downfield, and those mechanics, like you said, coming out for both teams. Again, very highly mechanical players on Rogue. Turinturo, one of them, as having that individual skill, being able to move the ball downfield on your own, creating opportunities on your own for your team to follow up on has been big here. But we still have 20 seconds remaining. Envy look to hold on to the possession. They could have an offensive attack here. There's a ball coming off the backboard. First Killer with the soft touch, not out of the woods just yet. Mist will try the backboard again. Turbo Pulsar goes up, and Turinturo will play it into the corner. Mist, another touch off the backboard. This one, no, again, cut out from First Killer. They keep trying the backboard. Finally, the low play Atomic. No, it's swatted out, and we have overtime.
I can't believe Atomic managed to keep that one alive. It looked like it was going to be on the ground at 0 seconds, but it bounced out one more time. Had Rogue panicking, but they've held on. That was a relentless offensive display. Oh my goodness!
First Killer
has just pulled out a ridiculous angle. I thought surely that was not possible, but he reads the downward bounce and sends it into the goal.
We talked about highly mechanical players on Rogue, and to take that one, a show of brilliance from First Killer. The overtime quickly ended as First Killer has scored both goals from Rogue. They take the win, game 1, 2-1. And although Envy coming into the overtime, or as regulation was ending, all the offensive pressure, they hammered off the backboard, and then finally Atomic tried to go for the low play and it didn't work out. But it didn't even matter. Once all that pressure was alleviated from Rogue, they picked things back up right off the kickoff, and you saw First Killer, again, just take it and do it all by himself.
Man, just an unbelievable shot. I think First Killer, best mechanics in North America. This guy continues to deliver unbelievable shots and such speed and efficiency of play at all times. I'm just totally blown away. That was, even for him, even for First Killer, that was a ridiculous shot to pull out in an overtime in the lower bracket of the Summer Shuffle against some tough opponents. They're one of their biggest rivals in the region currently. It's the best of 5, remember, guys, so that's just a third of the way there for Rogue already.
You know, pressure can make you crumble like a rock or turn you into a diamond. And it seems like First Killer enjoys the pressure, as he definitely shows an excellent display. And here he is again in the air. He'll be able to follow up this touch, but missed there. Speaking of players who've been under pressure moments, the same can be said here for Rogue. That was an interesting, first off, an interesting back pass from Turbo, but the way that worked out, I don't think he was expecting that.
No, I don't think he thought he was going to bounce back in that direction. I'm honestly, right now, most of all, loving how many people are molding in the Twitch chat after my comment about First Killer's mechanics. You guys are allowed to disagree, it's fine. You know, I think First Killer's got the best mechanics in North America. You can think someone else does, just like you're allowed to think the earth is flat. Just you do your Twitch chat.
Oh my goodness. The floodgates are open. Everyone is an expert, even when talking to the experts. You love to see it. Meanwhile, we're looking at some experts of the pitch right now between this matchup in Rogue and Envy. And Mist looking for Turbo, but again cut out here. We've seen Envy try a lot of things in the air as of recently, and one of the more obvious of plays was trying that backboard, but they need to try something else right now because the backboard defense from Rogue is there. They've been able to cut off a lot of aerial plays from Envy in the midfield. It seems like their success has mostly been on the ground, but they haven't been resorting to that initially.
Yeah, they need to keep mixing it up. They need to keep Rogue guessing. The relentless offense is impressive, but continuing to just batter the backboard over and over again will get predictable, and Rogue have handled it for the end of game number 1. They're handling it now at the start of game number 2. But now there's a chance for Envy again. Can they find a way through? They've got Rogue pinned back just like they did at the end of the last game, and it was a very close shave at the end of the last game to Rogue conceding on that 0-second play from Atomic.
Now, Envy making sure they don't concede another goal, as Atomic will be able to clear this one out. And going the other way, a chance here. Net is wide open, but Mist can't get the pass to Turbo in time. Here's Turturo to send this to Chronovi, accidentally bumps him, and Atomic pass to Turbo. Turbo taking it slow, but Turturo doesn't give him any spaces. Clears that one away.
And Envy have been trying to play this kind of game all week. Just holding that defensive line strong, trying to wait out the mistakes, trying to wait for it to happen. But Rogue are proving to be quite difficult to force mistakes out of. Good save by Turbo on the back wall. Now the counter attack. Turbo gets it just past first killer. This is awkward actually, but Mist sends it wide. That was the best chance of the game for Envy to get something, and it's gone into the corner.
Yeah, Turbo with the bump on first killer threw him off. He actually touched that into his own back wall, but still, like you said, not enough for Envy to take advantage of. So now Envy will move downfield again. Turbo setting up for the double tap, but a good read from first killer again off of that backboard, and we see yet another play and another clear for Rogue as they transition downfield. It's back and forth, big clears, a shot chance, and Chronovi will come and get a touch. This one will go straight right back to him off of the challenge, the miss. Rogue again able to alleviate the danger, able to transition. Shot from Chronovi was fantastic, but the save comes out from this.
Yeah, I'm impressed that Chronovi was able to do so much with very little momentum and absolutely no boost in that position. Extremely creative, but unable to score, and that's been the story of game number 2 so far. Chronovi misses his read off the corner, but first killer's there, and he puts it in off the bar. Once again, it's first killer who breaks the deadlock.
Good shot here from first killer off the bar and in, this time from Rogue, as they do come up with a crucial 1-goal lead here, 52 seconds remaining. And Envy, they're going to have to start working on, again, being more creative on offense. Offense has just not been their strong suit so far. No quality shot chances from them. They've been sitting from 3 shots to the 6 from Rogue as Rogue charged downfield. Chronovi, another solid touch to get this onto the back wall. We'll try to clear things away. First killer doesn't give any space to Atomic. And a touch from Turbo, not really effective enough, but hold on, Atomic with the pass to Miss, could be a chance, looking for the top right corner, it's not there, with 20 seconds left. There's a drive that Envy need to have successfully if they want to force overtime. Ball goes to Miss in the air, but does he have enough boost? Not enough for a follow-up. Turo, gonna kill it more time. Miss, can't get it. It's up to Atomic now. Ball cannot touch the ground. Chronovi with the intercept. Turbo, he tries to get bumped into it, but it throws him off. And Rogue now take game number 2.
I think you nailed it. They're just not playing creatively enough in the final third. Envy struggling to create realistic opportunities. I think they had 1 successful infield pass right at the end of the game there. And as soon as that happens, Mist just misses the ball. Or mishits the ball, I should say. Nowhere near enough power on the shot. And that's not something that's been a problem for them too often in this series, but it was a consistent problem earlier on in the day against Omelette. We were seeing a lot of fluffed shots from Envy, and they need to just start hitting the ball more confidently, I think. Yes, it's easy to let the confidence dip when you go so long without scoring, but that's no excuse for hitting a half-hearted shot on the Rogue net. You have to bang it. Rogue are just too good with their shot stopping. If you don't hit it at full power, you're really leaving a lot up to chance, and you don't want to do that in this matchup.
Yeah, it just seems like for this one, usually when teams are playing at a high level, the mistakes here aren't really as obvious, but this one is very visible. We've seen so many times Envy going off this backboard, and so many times they try to get a transition into the air, but it hasn't been working, and for Rogue, it's just been a fairly simple game for them. Very simple couple of games, too, once you realize that Envy's offense is mainly relying on this backboard.
Oh.
That was a great shot chance. Turbo tries to follow up, but again, not in time. And Kronovi will be able to get the clear. The execution here from Rogue on transition and on offense is just much better than Envy right now. They've been beating them to the ball. They've been making effective transitions downfield, not getting cut out as often. And that's really been telling on how they've been able to take these first two games.
And we did have that one shot early on here that hit the post, and that's more promising, a proper banger. Just giving the goalie a much more difficult task if it is on target. That's what you need to see from Envy, just a bit of passing in the final third. Try and keep the ball away from Rogue. Oh, that's on the goal line again. And it's wide open for first killer. Good save by Atomic, but what on earth is happening in the Envy box? Everybody within a tiny little area there. They do get enough bodies in the way of the ball to stop the shot.
Yeah, that's the Envy wall.
The Great Wall of Envy.
Yeah, the Great Wall of Envy comes out to get that stop. So they do keep it 0-0 in game 3, but again, more work needs to be done to get this ball out of the zone and into the offense. Kronovi with the clear, straight to first killer, tries to drop it down, but to no one, so Miss will be able to clear this away. Now this is a good chance, especially with Turo looking uncomfortable. But Kronovi rotates back in time. Great chance for possession for Rogue. The ball slowly starting to get away from them. This could be the chance. Turbo, no power on the shot. Kronovi will get the save.
And that's the same issue again. Where is the power? That shot was barely moving as it went towards the goal. There's another one, but diving save by Turo. And Kronovi gets bumped into the save this time. That was a good try by Envy. They're still coming forward, but they've hit the post. They just cannot score.
At this point, I don't really know what to say. That was finally a good shot from Turbo, but the defense is there. We're halfway through game 3, and so far, Envy, they've got their shot chances now. They're able to break through in the Rogue's half, but the shots are not falling for them.
They really do need one now for their own confidence more than anything else, because how long has it been since we saw an Envy goal? I feel like it must be close to 10 minutes now. They've had so many opportunities. They've had the ball in this final third. They've had Rogue on the back foot, Boostar for a large part of this series. They still can't find the back of the net.
Miss chance. No, he'll leave it for Atomic. Top right corner. There's a goal for Envy.
It's about time, but it is a great shot by Atomic. Using the underside of the car just to make sure that he keeps that one low enough. From this range, it won't matter too much if he lacks a smidgen of power. You can just go for the placement there. Kronovi was all alone and had so much of the goal to cover. Now it's up to Envy to hold on to this. That's another good shot. Turbo off the bar. And there's no follow-up yet. There it is, coming in late for Mist, and it's saved by Turo.
Here's pop out. Turbo, shot blocked. Envy looking to keep up the offensive pressure. As things are starting to turn to their favor. They gain a little bit more momentum with that goal. And now, look at the transition. Atomic pushes that one all the way downfield. Here's Mist. That's a high ball. Look at Atomic trying to cut through and get a touch there. Kronovi will knock it away. The aggression from Envy. It was like the goal just gave him a spark of life.
And that would have been spectacular from Atomic had he even made contact with the ball. Wasn't meant to be this time. First killer unable to find Kronovi. He's really out of boost here in the Envy half. Now time is running out for Rogue, who have kind of been on the back foot for most of the last 2 games with the territory aspect of the series. Didn't matter too much when they were ahead, but when you're behind, you need to start working that ball forward. Great defense by Mist. He was under pressure from first killer with the bump, but he got away from him. And Turo into the middle is high. Up for Kronovi. First killer coming in with a follow-up. He's put it into the ceiling. Almost got the double. Kronovi off the post. That was scary for Envy, but they've got away with it.
They have gotten away with it. Now Envy are trying to increase their score line. Atomic will play this one into the corner. First killer. No. It will not be a Rogue possession just yet. They still have more work to do. Turo looking a little awkward. But Kronovi there to bail out the team. They need to get this out of their own half, though. Miss will take his time. Soft touch. First Killer will try to play this one. Kronovi picks it up. The flick is high. First Killer can't get there. Turo with the shot. No power on the ball. It'll hit the ground, and Envy will take game 3.
It's not on the same page at the end of this game. First Killer was getting nice and close. He thought Kronovi was going to play that one low. Kronovi instead flicked it high off the back wall, which I do like, actually. But First Killer jumped off at an awkward angle. You didn't really see any goal coming after that. But this was a proper scrap, as early on in this game, Envy had that scare where they were all in front of the box. And the ball was just sitting still, and they had to just hope that somebody would get the save without moving. They did manage to hold on, though, and eventually found a goal with a nice shot from Atomic. They've really had to work hard for the goals that they're getting in this series. And I want to see more from Envy, because even if they do make it through this series, you feel like they're going to need to play a lot better than they are if they'll have a chance against an Omelette or an NRG in that loser final.
Yeah, so the step up here from Envy pays off big. Again, they gain a lot of momentum here, and now it does seem like they're loaded in. The Rogue are going to look to score here quickly. Game 4 underway. Turo off the backboard. A great cut there from Turbo. But hold on, recovery from First Killer. He still gets a goal.
Yeah, look at the half flip from First Killer. When he realized that Turbo had a touch on that ball, he half flips out of his aerial and just beats the goalie to it. 1-0. Rogue capitalizing early on a loose ball in front of the box again.
Cannot afford to slow down against this Rogue team, especially when they feel like they're down. They just speed things up. And we see an example of that just now with that first goal. Here's First Killer. Oh, throw that away. Now ball hanging in the midfield. It'll make its way to Rogue's half. And Turo try to play it into the corner. Rogue with this 1-goal lead. Off to a great start, but hold on, miss! The solo play finds the top right corner.
Absolute perfection by Mist on that first touch. Look at that pass to himself off the wall. Just really well done. There wasn't a big window for him to hit that ball through. The challenge was so close to blocking him off entirely. But that's just something you guys should look to do in your own games. Everybody watching, just that little pass to yourself off that sidewall, such an important skill to have. Mist showing everybody how it's done.
This is one of those players, and I've had this discussion with him. Doesn't necessarily consider himself a mechanical player, but he does consider himself a shooter. You know, when you don't have the mechanics, you kind of learn about those basic fundamentals, and you really try to expert your. That's not the word I'm looking for. But the point is, you really get better at some of the more fundamental mechanics. One of those being simple things like touches to yourself and putting on quality shots, and that's just another example of that. As again, tied up here with 3:28. Has missed again on the ball. We'll try to play this one downfield and see if we can set something up for Envy.
Yeah, there's obviously more to mechanics and some flashy flip resets and spinny aerial plays. And I think Mist is selling himself short if he says he's not a mechanical player, because he definitely has a lot of the other important mechanics on lockdown. Atomic wanted some space to hit that ball. He's not given it by Rogue. We're now all circling the box. That's actually just bounced across, so no one's there for it. Rogue are going to be looking to spread this offense a bit wider, I think, because they're all very much attacking in a line every time they go forward. And whenever the ball bounces across the box, there's nobody over on that far side to send it back in quickly.
And it seems as though Envy have also switched up how they're attacking the ball as well. They don't necessarily throw possession away. Oh my goodness, miss! A banger of a goal!
This guy thinks he's not a mechanical player. My goodness, that was quick. Look how fast he gets into position for that one. Absolutely smashes it. That more than makes up for the weak shots he had earlier on in this series. Envy on the comeback trail.
Halfway through, and Mist has put on some quality shots. Rogue down by 1 and looking to get back into this one. They're really going to have to make a run here. As the more Envy score, it just seems like the better the overall that they've been playing. as it seems as though for Rogue, having so much possession and offense and keeping the ball in Envy's half doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Atomic, high ball. Oh, first killer gets bumped here, so Kronovi will end up having to clear this one out. He clears it towards Mist, who could again set up a chance. Mist will go to steal boost, look for a demo. The first killer will get this one back into midfield.
You know, these shots and the quality of them from Mist, this is why we're so surprised to see Envy playing so passively in this tournament. There's been flashes of brilliance, but for the most part they've been very defensive and very careful and kind of holding back power on their shots. Oh my goodness, first killer somehow gets this one on target. Still searching for that equalizer in regulation time. Kronovi keeping the ball alive, but he's read well by Mist, who's cleared it to the halfway line. Atomic going to continue with the work that Mist started. They've got just over a minute left in this game that they need to hold on for, and we will be going into Game 5. And that's the nightmare for Rogue fans, of course. It always has been something that's followed them, ending up in Game 5s in series that they start off leading 2-0.
So they're trying to get back as quickly as they can. A good shot from Kronovi. Clear it out. First killer, chance at it. Oh my goodness, Turo tried to get the dunk, but can't get it still. So a great drive for Rogue, but still unable to equalize. Ball played away from them. Kronovi again trying to get the ball out of their own half. If you're Envy here, just keeping this ball in the Rogue territory, keeping that pressure has to be the name of the game.
And that's what they're trying to do. Like I mentioned earlier, this solid defensive line that they've got works wonders when they're winning. And that is going to make it even better as Mist puts in the hat-trick. And what a great game he's had in terms of shooting capability. Up so quickly once again and just drills it on the open net.
Great arrow, getting to that right position for the shot. Missed. Like you said, the hat trick from him. 3 goals to 1 from Rogue. 20 seconds remaining. And Rogue fans, they are not feeling comfortable. It's looking at, I missed, spoken too soon. Turo with the quick play, Kronovi with the goal.
This was a really quick recovery by Turo. Mist was trying to get back and save this shot, but before he could react, Kronovi was all over him. Had him beaten at the near post. 12 seconds left, still a chance for Rogue.
So, Kronovi trying to get this to first killer. Oh, wow. He gets a fake. Can he get this in the midfield? No, it's cleared away. Now, Envy slowly trying to drain down the clock. No time left here. Ball up high, Turo. Oh, he can't do it. And it is going to be a Game 5.
What a game there. Mist with the hard carry. Just slinging shots on target from all kinds of positions. You know, when Mist is playing this well, reminds us why this Envy roster is so scary. We've got Turbopulse, of course, and you need no explanation as to why he's a good player to have in your team. Atomic, one of the best mechanical players in the world, and now Mist is showing up and sending his team into Game 5 with some absolute cannonballs as he destroyed Rogue's net there. That was not just an impressive performance from Mist, though. Rogue, I think their ability to fight back at the end of this game was impressive to me. Also, he did a really good job, or Rogue did a really good job of that fake kickoff. I love that. The attempt to make something happen at the end of the game.
Yeah, they got creative towards the end there, and like you said, really tried to make the most out of that opportunity that they had in that last drive. Again, very impressed, too, from both of Rogue's goals. It really was a matter of speed. You talk about the goal from First Killer, how he recovered off of what he thought was an area, like you say, half flip, and then immediately just gets right back into the air to beat the defender to the ball. Plays like that. And then, of course, the goal that we saw in the final 12 seconds where Kronovi ends up being the speedy one. Just has to react to that one. Not even a lot of room there to angle that shot as he gets it right as it hops off to that back wall. So Rogue definitely are used to turning up the speed when needed to. Now, Johnny, we've seen matches where we have a player just pop off. We saw it when we casted the plot twist match with Sosa. We had a great game 1. Do you think this is the same case here for Mist? Is this only going to be a 1-game thing, or is he going to be informed coming into Game 5?
he could do this again. The good thing for Mist here is that he didn't pull out anything crazy in terms of fancy mechanics. He just absolutely smashed the living daylights out of the ball. He just kept booming it on target. And that's something that's very easy to replicate theoretically. So, you know, and if you're going to take one carry performance and take it and repeat it in another game, this is one of the easier ones to do it with. That being said, it will be very difficult for him to find that kind of space. Sometimes the ball just falls for you brilliantly in these positions where you have an uncontested shot to blast on target. But I would be lying if I said I don't want to see more of that from him. Today's been a disappointing day up until that game for Mist in the shooting department. But with that game, he, I think, made up for all of the previous weak shots and gives his team a chance here in the Game 5. And it's deja vu for Rogue. They are going to give it a third go here. They got no lives left.
No lives left. Game 5 between Team Envy and Rogue. As only one can continue on in the main event bracket for the Summer Shuffle. Right now, Envy have been playing pretty well. They're trying to set up the reverse sweep, but First Killer has something to say about it. First goal to him.
This was just a huge dunk by Kurnovi. Bit careless by Envy. Just to let the ball bounce in that position without getting goal side of it. And the spread of the offense was fantastic by Rogue. They had Kurnovi coming in for a big dunk on one side. First Killer was already on that far side of the field. And he's back again with the double, and this time hits the post, but Kurnovi's there, and he will convert the rebound. Rogue 2-0 inside 30 seconds.
Look at this, double from First, so close, but the follow-up from Kurnovi again, talking about the speed here from Rogue as they are going lights out to open this up. Envy have plenty of time to respond, but first they need to stop the bleeding. It starts here with the clear. Atomic tries to move downfield and they'll go to First Killer. First Killer will move downfield. Turo, a big clear as he swapped to the dominance for this game, and Mist will take control of this one for Envy, but slow to get it out of their half. Kurnovi with a shot on, and Atomic will save that one away.
Both goals for Rogue so far have been the far post position in offense being utilized to great effect, not following the player centering the ball, or not following the first attacker in your team up behind him, going over on that far side. Then you're going to be able to attack that rebound so much earlier. You know, something I asked for them to do in the last game. They've done a great job of it in Game 5. I don't know if we'll see too much more of that from them. It is a riskier way to attack in the sense that your third man has to make a very, very good decision when he sees a center ball come in that's closer to him. With a 2-goal lead, they're probably just going to go back to their safer style, where they're playing more as a unit. But we'll see. So far, so good for Rogue.
Atomic tries to put on a quick shot. Kurnovi with the save there. He'll pick up an early savior medal as well. Rogue, like you said, seem to have dialed things back. Everybody on that goal line, and First Killer will bring that one to midfield himself. Turnsure will come up and still has enough time to beat Turbo Pulsar. So, Turin. Oh, he's going to opt to just leave out. Let Mist take that ball, playing it towards First, but the pinch comes downfield, and now Team Envy have a chance here. But first they have to get the ball away from Kurnovi. Mist gets demo. Turin over one. A lot of space here. As ball off the back wall. Shot comes through, blocked out. Turbo will push past his teammate to set this to midfield.
Oh, he's bouncing down. That's on the goal line
for
Turbo. What a read by the 4-time world champion. Knock-on was hit perfectly by Atomic. He wins the race to the ball, as he's been doing all day, and Envy are back within one.
So Turbo pulling out the stops here. The extra effort to follow up the touch from Atomic. And Envy do get on the board here in Game 5. It's not over yet. Rogue with the possession, as they have to keep up the pace. Giving Envy too much space is not a good idea. Back wall, open chance. Atomic's not gonna miss that. Envy tie it up.
And it didn't take long. Turturo hits the ball sideways, and then Turbo spots Kurnovi on the retreat, puts it over his head, and Atomic with the placement there. Predicted exactly where Kurnovi would be.
Now, things on an even scoreline, and Rogue caught out on a great transition play here from Envy. So far, they're two transitions, 2 goals. They've been able to catch Rogue when they transfer into defense and really put the pressure on. As ball on their own end, Turbo will try to get this downfield. Here's Turo. No, the speed from Atomic. First killer will come up and send things the other way. And Turo will put a shot on as well, as both teams are trading possession and trading opportunities.
First killer's got free rebound here. He's just been allowed to shoot. He misses, but barely. Don't know what on earth Envy were thinking, letting First Killer take a free rebound. This time into the crossbar. First Killer utilizing Kurnovi behind him. Turo's going to join the attack as well. Blistering pace in Game 5 being set by both teams. And Rogue still want to center the ball across to that far post area. They always have someone coming in from that angle.
This game seems to boil down to speed and space, as both teams are trying to eliminate as much space from each other. They have to be careful not to go too fast, though, because one hole in defense is all it takes. Rogue trying to find that hole. There's a bump.
What?
There's a chance. And Kurnovi will take the lead for Rogue.
Just a wide open net. First Killer made a run across, chased Atomic out of it. And Kurnovi converts into what was the most open net that we've seen all series. 1 minute and 7 left. Rogue with a physical play back in front.
Credit to First Killer from the bump. And Envy down by 1, 1 minute left. Possession as they have to take the ball from out their end. It's a great clear from Mist, but can they hold on to this? Kurnovi, oh, the ball gets slightly away from him, but he's able to recover. Turbo, oh, can Turin get a touch? No, he'll give it to First Killer. A great clear downfield. Atomic just bangs that one into mid.
Oh, that's on.
Turin, and it's on, and it's in! First Killer will pick it up off of a great chance for Turin.
Turo destroys Envy's counterattack. It was the counterattack that brought Envy back into the game, but you got to look out for the interceptions. Turo read that one like a book, and he's put his team ahead by 2 goals here. Brilliant assist. Here comes Atomic again. He's not got a lot of boost to play with, but he sent it straight down, and that's onto the goal line. Just saved by Kurnovi. Time is running out for Team Envy.
And with possession not in their favor here as well, ball in front of their box. Turbo's going to try to take the charge, but First Killer, these cutouts are killing more time. Another touch too, and now it's just Atomic to pick up the boost. He'll keep it in air, but they got to be quick. Again, Kurnovi getting in front of it. Rogue eliminating all opportunities. They'll give him the space because by the time that goes downfield, it's all over. It's Envy who prevent the reverse sweep and take this series in 5.
Wow. Rogue showing up huge here in Game 5. That's unbelievable. Envy probably wish that they could have just started off this series with the Game 3, because they looked sleeping for the first 2 games in this series. Really brought it to another level. Even in this Game 5, Envy played a great game, but sometimes you need more than a great game against a team like Rogue. They are, I think, just so consistent, and they've got the pop-off ability. Even if you do play well against them, they might just beat you, because they're so quick into those far post positions to punish open nets. And well played. Rogue advanced to the final day of the competition. Envy are eliminated. They take 4th place overall. That's not what they wanted. They will not be happy with this result. They didn't get that revenge match with NRG either.
Yeah, you know, they definitely wanted the revenge match for sure. But, I mean, credit to both teams, though. That Game 5 really showed that both of them were locked in and into it. And, again, Rogue just – when you play a speed battle between 2 Rocket League teams, and Rogue is one of them, you're setting yourself up to lose every time. I mean, you have players on that roster like First Killer and Turinturo who are just – used to constantly just having to react. They're very good at just reacting versus thinking. And Rogue, definitely a more thought-out team. It just seemed like they kind of got outpaced over the course of the series. Those are my thoughts. Let's check in on Shogun to get his thoughts as we bring him back.
Hello, lads. It sounds like you had plenty of fun with that one, and I certainly can't blame you for that whatsoever. That was an absolutely phenomenal series. We went all the way to 5. But Johnny, you did mention that there was a little bit of a change from Envy in Game 3. What was it like specifically that we saw from them that made them that much more dangerous?
Well, you gotta go and take a look at missed shooting for a start. If he's hitting the ball like he was in the latter half of that series, it makes such a big difference for them. Just actually having some confidence with his striking ability, and why wouldn't you when you can hit goals like you did in Game 4, I think it was.
And for Dazarin, I feel like for the longest time we have been watching the Rogue fans constantly talk about, man, it really sucks to be a Rogue fan. Everything always hurts. Is this the most optimism Rogue have had in, well, forever in their involvement for Rocket League?
Oh, I feel like this is probably the happiest Rogue fans have been in a long, long time, especially taking out Envy here and still trucking along in the bracket. It's been a tough road. Rogue fans haven't like going to Game 5. They dropped the Game 5 to Omelet, but there is a potential for that rematch that could happen tomorrow. So I feel like Rogue fans at this point, they'll take what they can get, and they've been getting a lot recently.
Well, those are the brackets for tomorrow. NRG have got a unbelievably long day over in the upper bracket, not only of this, but also in the wheel deal. They are the only team currently undefeated, but in just a moment, I am going to be jumping over. Actually, I'm going to try and do this right now. I'm going to jump over to my boy Kronovi. I don't know if they've got you set up, lad. We're going to see how this goes. We're sort of rocking it as we go along. But as he comes up on screen for us, congratulations more than anything else. My goodness, forced to fight for it, but you came through.
Yeah, that was a little spooky.
So it was. Honestly, like game 3 suddenly starts to all get a little bit more difficult. What were those 60 seconds like between game 4 and 5? What were you guys chatting about before going into that pivotal match?
We were just focusing on some strat stuff. We stopped being a little bit aggressive in some areas. We weren't actually thinking about like that we had lost 2 games. I didn't really feel like there was like negative momentum, you know, because we were defending that reverse sweep. The pressure really wasn't there. We just like switched our focus. Like, hey, we're not doing this and we should start doing it. And the moment we started doing it, like we scored pretty much in the first couple minutes. So that's all we needed to do.
And firstly, I just want to give full credit to you because when we spoke prior to this series, you were talking to me an awful lot about, hey, I like being considered one of the smart players, but I also want to go up there mechanically. This was, for my own opinion, one of your most solid showings just as an overall player in this one. You were all over the pitch. You were really just controlling the momentum. How did you feel about your performance in this one? Are you going to be the first Rocket League player I speak to that says, yeah, you know what, I did pretty good?
I am very happy about it, but I think I was just very focused today. I felt almost like out of body when I was playing. Like I was focused on the comms, and then something happened. And honestly, I probably wouldn't even remember like games 1, 2, or 3, like what even happened. Like the memory is just gone there. I was so in the moment.
Well, congratulations on your victories today. Tomorrow, you're going to be entering the top 3 with Omelet and NRG. So I'm going to let you go and take yourself a well-deserved rest, lad, as I jump back over with Dazarin and Johnny Boy. Kronovi there with the interview. He's always a class act, that lad. He has been around here for so long, and he has never been a dull conversation. He's always got so much insight to the scene. Guys, we have now got to the end of our penultimate day. One more day to go tomorrow. Johnny, you have been going on and on about how NRG are just so much higher than everyone else in this. Now that we've had a chance to see Omelet and we've had a chance to see Rogue, is there any swaying you from this, or is it NRG's tomorrow, no matter what? Dazarin, I'm going to get some predictions from you real quick. We've got 2 tournaments finishing off tomorrow, the Wheel and Deal and the regular tournament. Who have you got for either bracket? You did a lot of Wheel and Deal. I think you were on for every game. Johnny, you know the same question's coming over to you, lads. Who have you got both brackets? Have we been doing this entire time?
No, I think you're good.
I was muted
I think
the
it's
whole
just
time. I was
me.
muted the whole time.
I think it's just me and Dazarin, but I saw the chat saying that I was muted, and I was like, wait, I double checked, and I was like, I'm not muted on anything here, so I don't know how I'm muted.
Okay,
I
how
didn't
much
wanna
production?
interrupt.
How much of a recap do we need? We can rapid fire this.
Everything I
Everything
said,
Daz
everything
said.
Dazarin
all right. NRG
All right,
United
go.
final. NRG's gonna win the main event.
Okay, Johnny, who's winning tomorrow? Both
That's
brackets.
Basically what I said. Yeah, NRG. I think they're going to take it. They're just too good.
Okay, well, that is what our lads think. Make sure you join us tomorrow. One more shout out as well for Beyond the Summit for providing the tournament for us and for our sponsor, Monster Energy. You are not going to want to miss it. We kick off tomorrow with the Wheel and Deal at 10 PDT, and then we move on from there once it is finished to our regular tournament playoffs. You are going to have so much fun with that. I can't wait to see you, and make sure you join us for both of those. I have been Shogun. I've been joined by Dazarin and Johnny, and we look forward to seeing you there. See you later, lads.